Chevy fan says, Aaron, did you see the super chat that got Chad Z all wound up on Alex Stein last night? I did. I kind of skipped around a little bit and watched pieces of it.
I missed that.
Yeah, Alex had Chad on and treated him like a whack packer. Like he had one of his whack pack mentally ill chicks like try to sit on his lap the whole time. And he went through Chad's criminal history and he had one.
So Chad was literally on the show, not just like.
Yeah, because Chad's performing in Dallas.
Okay.
So Alex had one of his guys come on and tie a credit card to a string. And the guy was like, I'm setting a trap for your guest.
Oh,
it was really funny. I watched it and Alex was just kind of goofing on him. But yeah, somebody sent a super chat in about Steel Toe, and you can tell that
he tightened up. You mentioned this earlier.
He definitely he doesn't like mentioning us. I mean, even though we're the ones who made him famous again.
Yeah, the reason you're circulating right now, buddy, is because of the whole dust up we had and how you responded to it. It was how you left MLC and got a little more heat for yourself. Like, he built a whole thing for himself off of hating us. I mean, is it really so hard to just say thank you, Chad?
Right. It's kind of like the Melton thing. Like, we hit back on Melton with just that picture once, and he's been kind of just really tight-lipped and doesn't mention Steel Toe. And then I agreed to Alex Stein asking if I'd fight him, and I said yeah. And then nothing. Then radio silence. As far as, like, these guys are so sensitive, they can sit here and like, they're exes, they're children, they're this, they're that. But then you go, they're overweight and really kind of overcompensating for being a bullied fat kid. And they go, well, hey, wait a minute, that's not fair. And I'm like, dude, I didn't get this worked up when you were talking about my fucking kids, you psycho.
Yeah, that's the other thing I love with this is people who will go personal and immediately attack your physicality. And you make one thing about there, like, hey, you're kind of fat. Right. Hey, dude, that's over the line. That's offensive. Is it? It is?
Yeah, I'm just having some fun, buddy. Just having a little fun. Here's a super chat. This is so someone says it's at 5507. Somebody sends a Steel Toe super chat in, and Chad gets a little whiny. And this is after Alex has asked him about attacking people's families. This is after Alex has talked about him stealing credit cards, and they did the credit card
Chad
gag.
Realized he was the butt of the joke the whole time?
No, that's what made it very funny. And then Alex sat some like mess of a chick next to him and kept trying to hook the two of them up. And it was making Chad uncomfortable, and he wasn't really able to roll with it. It was pretty funny. Like, Alex just basically brought Chad on to troll him. This is what's amazing about what Alex did with Chad, is that Alex knows that Chad's a nobody, like all of us in this realm, in this podcast world. We're all nobodies. Alex was willing. This is a very Andy Kaufman thing. I know Alex is a big Andy Kaufman guy. This was a real Andy Kaufman thing that he did. Alex basically sabotaged his own show's viewership to bring Chad on and mock him with the credit cards and everything else. And he did it in a way that wasn't obvious to Chad. So Chad got to think, I'm going on Alex Stein's show. And then Alex was like,
big deal.
Yeah, I'm going to make credit card jokes. I'm going to, he basically had a nobody on to fuck with him. It was very stern of him. But here's the Steel Toe super chat. And you can tell Chad's still on uneasy legs about your smiling hosts here.
Bashing. All right. You okay?
Yeah.
$5 super chat. Why are you scared of Steel Toe, Chad?
Yes.
Oh, let's talk about that, Aaron. Dude, okay, let's say Aiden's question first, and we'll get to Steel Toe.
On that felony stalking charge, were you wearing a wife beater?
No.
Oh, yeah, they were making fun of his felony stalking charge. Yeah, this chick was talking about how many times she's been in jail and how many drugs she's done, and Alex was trying to set...
Dude, if she's throwing herself at me, I'm not saying no.
Yeah.
Like, dude, Chad, like, get a little action on that. And, oh, my God.
What?
Is he trying to copy you or what? What's with this Zumock mania that looks like a Hulkamania shirt
I think he's been doing that for years. He's been trying to make that a
well,
thing.
Either way, that's still... Like, I'm sorry, dude. I don't think that the Hulkster should, belittle himself with every person who kind of, infringes upon his kind of. Yeah. But I mean, if Zumock's doing it, you got to stop this in the nip it in the bud, man.
Kill your brand.
I know. I blew it.
You blew it. Your butt crack is showing. Please tell me that you didn't get the butt crack of the shot of the butt crack.
Okay. White Darius. Real moment from producer. I've had this conversation. I'm an adult. You're an adult. Wear pants.
As he's wearing Bret Hart sunglasses and no shirt on. Alex, if you've never watched Alex's show, it is kind of a fucked up little ride. It's
almost like a weirder version, if you will, of the one on Comedy Central that I always used to.
It's almost kind of a strange adult Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yeah, but I was thinking of God damn it! Now I'm messing up the name of the guy that does the show at a fucking
Jon Stewart, BoJack Horseman. F is for family.
Fuck, I can't even remember it now.
Key and Peele, The Chappelle Show.
No, let's just go through all of them.
That's My Bush. Ugly Americans.
God damn it! Why can't I hate that my brain will do this, where it completely locks out a part of something that I was thinking of about a minute ago, and now it's gone.
Pants that don't show your butt crack. Why am I having this conversation a second time?
Yeah, why is your asshole
You're not
always
5 years
showing?
old.
I learned after the.
I want a lower position, well, actually higher position than many people.
So that means it's smaller if it's at a higher position.
Yeah, small.
Yes, I have a small backbone.
Millimeter Peter.
April.
Oh, here we go.
April.
Here, hold on. Here we
Oh my
go.
God! Get
Shut up! Shut up! Okay,
wanna
Chad.
get your ass
Let's talk about Steel Toe Morning Show. April. April and Aaron. I like April, and I think Aaron.
Nobody on your show cares.
He is. Whoa, boy! Somebody found the hot button. I want to point out, Alex was bringing up Kevin Brennan. He was bringing up Chad's text to Levy, and he talked about Chad's criminal record, and Chad had no problem Alex fucking with him on all of it. But you bring up Steel Toe, and he's yelling like a psychopath. Good Lord.
I really think you need that as a sound drop. Let's talk about Steel Toe. Why?
Victor, if you could grab that, we would appreciate it. This shit makes me happy because we don't talk about this guy anymore. Like, we just kind of moved on. We did a show, but we are in these guys' heads all the time. I love it. And bravo to Alex on this episode, because it was just a troll, and it wasn't even a subtle troll of Chad the whole time. You can always tell when someone has abandoned their dignity to get the desperation views, where they'll notice themselves being trolled and they won't confront the person on it. Like, they've clearly set themselves up in the pecking order as far beneath the host. You don't let people punk you out like that on a show. And I think Alex did it mostly because he knew Chad would just be happy to be their guy.
Yeah, because Chad will see this as an opportunity to grow. Like, I mean, it is an opportunity to grow and get some exposure, but at the same rate, too, if you're willing to, like, no offense, man, I love Alex Stein. He's funny and everything. But if you're willing to sit there and let the guy just literally put the credit card shit in front of you and everything else, I mean, either lean in, have fun, and roll with it. But this idea of, like, going there and then let's talk about Steel Toe. Why? Like, I mean, come on, man. You look like you're kind of unhinged.
At least this guy is in on the gag.
Yeah.
Chad is the gag.
And I love this. For whatever reason, this still picture just makes me giggle. Just the faces that they're looking at the camera. And that's the other fun part, too. They don't actually he doesn't get eye contact from the host, because every time they're talking into a camera. Right. So it's kind of like he's on the outside of a conversation, and that conversation is making fun of him.
Right.
Do you know who Steel Toe Morning Show is? Nobody. No one knows.
Yes.
You are.
Hey, Chad, judging by this meltdown, you still know.
And by the way, more people know who that is.
Chad, the North remembers. The North remembers. Chad, we have more than double the followers you do, and we're nobodies. A lot of people get to call me a nobody. Chad Zumock is
all you can eat Negro got it. Eric Andre. Fuck, how could I fucking miss that?
And that was Adult Swim, not Comedy Central.
God damn it, that's why.
There you go. Yeah, Chad, there's a lot of people who can call me a nobody. Basically everybody but you. You are not one of those people, Chad.
But we got.
You are ruining your audience right now.
I know.
They are tuning out right now. They're going over to something else.
I'm only laughing because you're telling the truth.
Yeah, they're going over to Steel Toe.
But why are you mad at Steel Toe? He's making fun of you, then he stopped making fun of you. He doesn't make fun of you anymore, does he?
I don't know. And guess what, audience? I'm with you. I don't care.
Why are you turning red then? Why are you shouting? When he asked
you really look like you care.
Yeah, you kind of seem like you care, because that super chat and Alex's question did seem to set you off.
You're turning the same color as the banner on your shirt, sir.
Yeah, your Zumock-a-mania shirt is starting to blend into your face. I mean, Alex just asked you an innocent question. I think he deflected because Alex likes April. Alex likes April a lot more than he likes me. That's not a rare thing, by the way.
Yeah, no, that's kind of
Par for
Kinda
the course. Yeah. And he was going to ask him, like, hey, you were really rapey and creepy towards April. Like, what's that about? He didn't want to hear that question. He didn't want to have to address it. He addressed everything else. I mean, not well, but he addressed everything else Alex asked him. Go watch the episode. It's great. We're not going to go through it a bunch on the show today, but
Yeah, Alex has his own show. Watch it on
go watch
YouTube.
Alex's show and subscribe. But I don't think he wanted to talk about the April stuff because even deep down he knows, like, yeah, I took a massive L on that steel toe thing. And it was especially because I came off as basically a rapist.
Yeah.
And, that's never good. And he knew Alex was going to talk about it and mention it. So he's trying to cut it off at the quick by screaming his head. He didn't scream his head off about anybody else but us, which
And it would have fit if he would have done it about Kevin Brennan.
Sure. But he was happy to talk about Kevin the whole time. But bring up steel toe and he's like, no, because we're the ones who made him a lol cow. Like, we're the reason he's on Alex Stein eating his balls with a knife and fork right now, is because we came in and we pointed out how ridiculous he was. And then, he got to go back on Kevin because he was the mud shark and this and that. But then Kevin cast him out and now he hates Kevin. But all of it stems from us brutalizing him and his only comeback being, I'm going to have sex with women against their will. Like, I'm sorry, but me being really funny and you being really funny and April being really funny in talking about how bad this guy is and that being his comeback, I mean,
that's a weird flex, homie.
That
really weird flex.
That is definitely an I broke your skin far more than you did mine kind of a thing. So I love that there's just pebbles of shit and food on Alex's floor too. Like, it's just a mess in there. I hope he tips the janitor after his show's over. But yeah, great episode. Go watch it. I just wanted to watch the part where he had a meltdown about us. That's call me old fashioned, but I kind of like that stuff. I just love that Alex Stein was willing to fuck his own show in the ass just to troll a guy.
Yeah. Just because the guy was in his neighborhood and he had a chance to. And the guy, I mean, how early on do you think Chad caught on to the fact that he was kind of the butt of the joke?
I don't think he could afford to. He might have had an idea, but I don't think
he couldn't let himself believe.
He couldn't let himself believe it. Yeah, I think that would be it. Chevy's fan says, that was my girlfriend's super chat. She likes to start shit. Oh, very cool. Well, tell her thank you because that was fun to watch. Snigger Niggardly says, if Aaron and Chad were in an interview, Chad would scream nonstop like that at Aaron. And Aaron would laugh really hard with my signature phrase, look what I've made you do. look at how I've made you lose your shit. Alex should ask Joe, the producer, about Steel Toe next. Oh, that's another guy who would probably have a little bit of a meltdown if that was the case. I love that I make people do that. I understand it's a flaw. It's a flaw of mine that I feel that way, but I'm only human. I love my flaws as much as I do my perks or whatever the fuck you call them.